Hey guys, JJ here, and in this video, I'll be sharing with you 3 tips that I've learned as an intern back in Xiaomi. By the end of this video, whether if you're going for any internship during your summer exchange or whether you're even going abroad for your exchange, I believe that these tips will be very helpful as an intern because honestly, doing an internship is very beneficial and you really learn so much more compared to what you learn in class. So maybe you're unsure or are scared of the challenges that lie ahead of whatever internship that you're entering. Watching this video will be able to prepare you in some way into entering this new work environment. Tip number 1, be as obnoxious as possible. I don't mean to say be the obnoxious intern whereby you literally prod your nose in everyone's business, but do it in a polite way. You need to be able to stand out, and the thing that you always need to keep in mind is that you're probably not the only intern that have worked in that particular company. How are you going to make yourself different from the other interns who have came and passed by this company? You want to make as much of an impact as possible, and whether if it's irritating people or getting to know people, do whatever it takes to get to know the people around you and in the office, because at the end of the day, at least for my internship experience, I don't think your internship experience will actually teach you anything valuable, because a skill is technically a commodity, but having personal relationships with others is not a commodity, and that's where I think it's very important to step out from your department, get to know as many people as possible in the company, and you never know when all these contacts might come in handy in the near future for whatever things that you do in life. The second tip is literally talk. Okay, so I know that it seems like a very simple advice. I'm not asking you to talk for the sake of talking, but you need to give your opinions and thoughts on whatever issue there is in the company, whether it's small issues like whether should a company be doing a particular procedure in a particular way, or whether should they change the lighting or change whatever thing. So feel free to always voice out your opinion, because your thoughts and opinions matters. If you don't talk, people won't really know what you are thinking inside your head, and you don't want to be in a situation whereby your colleagues around you or your boss is forming impressions and assumptions about you when they are not even true. So I would suggest literally talk, because at least in my internship experience, I've came across other interns who are seemingly so quiet, and it seems like they're just a ghost floating here and there everywhere. So don't be that intern and let others have the opportunity to know who you are as a person. So the last tip that I'm going to leave here is slightly contentious. Don't be so obsessed over the clock. Don't make it a habit to leave your work always on time. Let's say if working hours end at 6, I don't really suggest to leave exactly at 6. And of course, this really depends on the work culture and company that you're in. But I'll be asking you, what are you doing with your time anyway? So at least for me, for my personal experience, our working hours in Xiaomi was about 10 to 8-ish. In fact, there's a lot of things that happen after 8 whereby we are dealing with international markets and so on and so forth. You never know what you can put your hand into. Of course, you need to be self-aware and assess the situation, whether if you're needed there in the first place or not. And it's a very fine line of volunteering and giving yourself opportunities just by staying in the office. So yeah, that's what I'll recommend. Do not be so calculative and leave work on a particular time where the official working hours have ended. So that's my 3 internship tips that I would have given myself before I even started the journey of being an intern myself, and I believe that it would be very helpful. After all, internships are really a place for us to learn a lot of things aside from textbook stuff. So I think that you should all value this chance in being an intern, and whether if it's having a bad boss, it really forces you into perspective. And I think no matter what kind of internships experience that you have, it's always important to treat it like a gift. What I always like to tell myself is, psychoing myself in whatever bad situations that happen to myself, I always like to ask myself, what if it was a gift? What if it was a gift that I had a horrible boss? What if it was a gift if I had entered a terrible company? What if it was a gift if my boss fired me? So I know this sounds slightly delusional at the same time, but of course, be self-aware to know where the fine line is in drawing where and what situations this thought is appropriate, because I find me beating down myself at times for no apparent reason. I think it's just natural for us humans to have self-confidence issues, and I think that resorting to other ways in terms of motivating ourselves would really help a lot. So yeah, that's it for this video, and see you in the next one.